Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sia. Welcome to my personal space where I sit and I talk about things that matter. I know I haven't been here for quite some time, and a friend of mine was so kind to remind me that it's been 14 days. And it's because I've been so tired and my work spilled over into my personal life that I was so tired that I couldn't film. And I never want to come here and just go with the motions. As much as I did have topics to talk about, but I was so tired and I felt like I wouldn't be able to give my best. And I am trying to grow the channel, but with the channel, I also would like to grow. And I feel like just doing things for the sake of doing is not gonna help me in any way. So today I'm back and I'm refreshed and I'm ready to talk about things that matter. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much. So, on today's topic, I want to talk about redemption and forgiveness of self and moving forward from your past mistakes. I think, in a sense of religion, a lot of us do understand what redemption is. And for some people who are not religious, may have a hard time finding redemption and moving forward and moving past their past mistakes and understanding that you are not your mistakes, and especially if you are someone who's worked towards rectifying those mistakes and moving forward. Your mistakes do not define you, but if you let them define you, then they will define you. The topic came about when I was listening or watching the podcast with Brad David Shaban. Yeah, and I'll find the link of the podcast and share it. So his guest was Nathi Mankayi, who is a beautiful musician here in South Africa, where he talked about his story of moving on from crime and how it got into the music industry. So I'm not even gonna try to tell the story here. I will not give it any. I will in no ways. I'm not even gonna try. And if you do understand Xhosa, because he was speaking in Xhosa, if you do understand Xhosa, please go listen to the podcast. I feel like there's so many things that you can learn from that guy. I was so happy that I got to listen to that interview. So it made me think about the talent that he has, because whenever I listen to his music, for him, I make an example about him and Zahara. According to me, they are healers. They have an ability to just heal people with their music. And whenever I listen to him, and especially when I was listening to him in this interview, I felt like the world would have missed out on such a great musician, on such a great gifted person, had he decided that because of the things that he's done in his past, he wasn't worth anything. We wouldn't have gotten to know his music. We wouldn't be listening to his music and feel like we are healing, because he would have decided that he wasn't worth something. So I was so happy to hear that he did not allow he did not allow his past mistake define the man that he is today. So that is what I want to talk about today. So going back to redemption, as I was saying, I think we know what redemption is in a sense of religion, but in a sense of self, just as an individual, what is redemption? So redemption is an act of restoration and rectifying past mistakes and moving forward from those past mistakes and letting go of the guilt. So I am really happy that he spoke about his past mistakes, because those are the things that I'm going to touch on the video of what is the importance of actually letting go of your guilt and your past mistakes. It is very important to remember that you may have made mistakes, but your mistakes do not make you who you are. Um, a lot of times we do things that are really bad, and not to make excuses, but sometimes you don't know any better. Sometimes you feel like you have no other choice. And sometimes you've gone so far ahead that you think you're not worth changing, or you're not worth anything good. So you might as well just do something bad. And then you get to a point where you don't want to do that anymore and you stop doing it. But the mistake that a lot of people do is holding on to all of those mistakes and letting the mistakes define who they are at the present moment, as much as they are no longer living that lifestyle, but they feel so guilty, but they don't feel worthy of receiving good things in life, of achieving good things in life, of moving forward and just be a good member of society anymore because they feel like they've done so bad. The disadvantage to this, it will make you feel worthless. You're gonna feel shame and you doubt yourself and you have a low self-esteem because of not being able to let go of your past mistakes. So a biggest mistake that a lot of people do that I'm so glad that Budnati didn't do is hiding away in shame. Because when you're hiding away in shame, you are also hiding the talents and the gift that God has given you to share with the world. We'd never know you would never know what impact you would do, even if it's just in your family or in your community, because you are so filled with shame that you are hiding away because of the past mistakes that you have done. And sometimes when people do this, also do not have the ability to forgive, because if you are unable to forgive yourself, how are you able to extend grace to the next person? Because you don't understand that forgiveness starts from within. You also have to learn to forgive yourself, and therefore you may be able to also extend some grace and forgive people where they need to be forgiven. A lot of times you see people punishing themselves and they just decide to give their lives away to alcohol and drug abuse, just self punishment and hurting themselves because, again, because of the mistakes that they've done in the past, they don't feel like they are worthy of anything good in life. So that's why sometimes you find people so angry and they're just going around and fighting with everybody. It's like they're just hoping that somebody's gonna hurt them so bad, maybe to a point of even unaliving them, because they feel so much shame that they feel like they're not even worth living. So when you punish yourself and you refuse to give yourself grace for the mistakes that you've done, you're running a risk of doing that to yourself. You may not even realize that that's what you're doing, but a lot of people, because of shame that they've had in the past, are living a life that they know they don't deserve. They know they deserve better, but because they refuse to accept that they do deserve better because of the mistakes that they've done, now they go around doing all of these horrible things to themselves just so they can feel like they've been punished. Sometimes you really don't need to go and be punished. You need to go back and rectify. Like he did say that he did go back and served his sentence. That sentence may have not been a punishment per se, but it is a way for him to sit and think and learn and really move forward with his life and decide what is it that is important to me and what is it that I can do going forward and to contribute in society. Sometimes people don't need to be punished depending on the crimes, obviously, but sometimes people don't need to be punished, but they need to give back to this to society for them to redeem themselves and do something good in return for the society and their communities. In that way, everybody can move forward and be at a better place. So, in the opposite side of redemption, you find a lot of healing. So, here are some of the things that you may find within yourself if you decide to accept the grace and give yourself the grace and decide that, you know what, I may have made mistakes and I acknowledge how wrong I was and I don't want to go back and do those things. So, moving forward, what is it that I'm bringing forward into my community, if in my family, if I've hurt my family or the people that I've hurt? What is it that I want to do differently, and what can I gain from accepting them, the mistakes that I've done, but also not letting them hold me back? You may find that if you decide to forgive yourself and move away from your past mistakes, that you may find inner peace because you have moved on from whatever it is that was haunting you. Because sometimes, sometimes mistakes may feel like they are haunting you, because sometimes you don't even know how to go back and apologize if you need to apologize. Sometimes you've done something that you can apologize for and you can be forgiven for, but you can never change. It's already been done. It has been done, so you cannot go back and change it. Moving forward, if you do get the forgiveness, or you decide that you accept the forgiveness for yourself, then you may find inner peace. You may allow yourself to grow as a person and develop yourself, because you are no longer allowing guilt to hold you back. You accept that you're also someone who deserves good things in life. Because now you have let go of the guilt, you know that you are worth something, you know that you are worth being a member of society. You plant into your personal development and learn new skills and be a contributing member of society. And when you decide to accept the grace, you also have a positive outlook in life, because you know where you've been and you know what you've been through, and you understand that there's always a positive side to any negatives, or you know that you can go through so much and get to the other side and see a completely new, different lifestyle, learn new things. So that is the positive outlook you will have in life, when you know that a person like myself, who's done this and this and this and this and this, can actually have a good life and be deserving of great things in life. So it gives you that positive outlook in life, which is very important, and it's what a lot of us do need. And if you're someone who is religious or who is spiritually inclined, it may help strengthen your faith. So, because you know that anything is possible, any person who's done something can be forgiven, and it may grow your faith much stronger. So, those are the positive things that I took from, amongst many other things. Please go watch the podcast. Amongst many other positive things, those were the positive things that I took from just listening to him and just watching him as a person, and realizing how much of a contribution he is to even younger musicians, that I feel so grateful and so happy that he decided that his life was worth saving, because he probably would have been completely doing something different had he decided that he wasn't worth the forgiveness, he wasn't worth the redemption. So, because he had a thought in his head that I am capable, I can do this, I am worth something. Now, so many other people, countless people have benefited from just one person who decided that his life was worth saving. His life was worth something, his life was worth doing something with it. So, whenever it is that you feel hopeless because you feel so much shame because of the things you've done, understand that people do horrible things all the time. It does not make it okay, but that's what people do, and people do mistakes, and you are no different. You are no You're not so special that your mistakes are unforgivable. Everybody is forgivable. Everybody is worth redeeming. And obviously, that starts with them. There's no way we're going to go around with people that are doing horrible things and telling them they are worth forgiving when they don't want to do the inner work that requires people to earn that redemption. That is also very important to know, that as much as you do deserve the redemption, but you must also plow into that redemption. The people that you need forgiveness from must also see that you are doing the necessary steps to be a changed member of society. And if they don't see it, you still do it for your own self, and one day they may see the results of your hard work, and then they may believe as well, because you can't expect people to, just because you have decided that, oh, I'm redeemed, I'm fine, I'm better now, I'm good now, and you expect everybody that you've hurt to just move on just like that. So you continuously need to earnestly put in the work and do it, because you know that you deserve it, and you know that you've got something to contribute into the world, and everybody has something to contribute into the world. The magnitude may be different, but we all have something small, something big, or something small but very impactful, or something big, whatever, but we all have to something to contribute into society. So that brings me into the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with as many people as you possibly can. I really truly appreciate you guys. If you've made it so far into the video, thank you. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.